This episode slide was so cute and I cannot wait to break it down for you with all the fun little Easter eggs in it.
G'day cheeky dogs, my name's Margie and I'm an Australian currently living in America.
So, as I said, today's video is going to be all about Bluey Season 3 episode Slide, and very specifically about Bingo and Leela, which was just the cutest thing getting to see a whole episode dedicated to them. But I should mention that this episode has been in development for a few years now. We actually already knew about this almost like two and a half years ago because the storyboards for it got leaked really early on, and Bluey Wiki managed to get screenshots of them and it's been up for a while. So we always knew that this episode was going to be about Bingo, Leela, and bugs, and there are a lot of bugs in this episode. But first, if you're new here and you love Bluey as much as we do, don't forget to hit that like button down below, as well as that subscribe button, and that bell for notifications so you know whenever I release any other Bluey videos. But let's get into it.
This episode of Bluey is called Slide.
Starting with our traditional Easter eggs first, and yes, we do have a tennis ball and a long dog. They are both, though, over in Lucky's yard. You can see the tennis ball on the ground there, and then underneath the stairs is a little pink long dog. We do have two very, hilarious laugh out loud kind of moments as well. The first one being Bingo's new hooray face when she sees the slide, and then also, of course, was Bandit's crash into the gnome, which I feel like maybe might get edited out in the Disney portion because they did edit out the same sort of situation that happened in Born Yesterday. Now, we have a lot of really just fun sports background details, and I think this is one of the most interesting things is just the amount of effort that goes into all the little background details throughout all the different scenes in this. Like the football on Bluey's roof, the football with the kangaroo on it on Lucky's roof, as well as the cricket bat on the porch. We have another football again in Lucky's yard, and then of course the Broncos jersey that's hanging up on the clothesline, with Broncos being the rugby team of Brisbane. This also though happens to be the colour of the Queensland team as well, which we saw in the episode Decider. Another fun little thing though, of course, is Bandit's hat with the X on it. Some people think it's the Bunnings hat, but I honestly think it's an homage to the 4X hat because the 4X brewery is of course in Brisbane, really close to where Bluey actually lives. So I think it's a closer little nod to that. Now, of course, I mentioned bugs. There were lots of bugs in this and some really cool nods to Queensland specific bugs as well. So of course we had the reappearance of the walking leaf, which we now know is called Leaficus. And I love, of course, that Bingo says little fella, fella being a very Australian slang word as well. We have the ladybird, which I realized, of course, in North America is called a ladybug, but in the UK and Australia we say ladybird. So I'm really curious as to whether Disney will bother to change that or not. But if you're from a different country, let me know in the comment section down below what you call ladybirds. We of course see ants, we see grasshoppers, we see a red shiny beetle, which I think is the cotton harlequin beetle, and we also see green shiny beetles, which of course are definitely the Christmas beetles that we see a lot around Queensland. Now, the caterpillar going into the butterfly, I think it's the Ulysses butterfly and Ulysses caterpillar. The colors just match up perfectly. The caterpillar has the little white dots on the back, just like the Ulysses caterpillar, and then of course the butterfly has the beautiful blue and black in it, just like the Ulysses butterfly as well, both of which are very common around Queensland. Luckily though, there were no spiders in this, and I think that's for a very obvious reason. Of course, in Australia we're taught from a very early age to not pick up spiders, and also to be a little bit careful with bugs, which I liked that they showed here, using leaves and sticks to pick up the bugs instead. Even Peppa Pig did a whole episode about holding spiders and touching spiders, and that episode never aired on Australia because we do not want to teach our kids that. So I do like that they didn't include any spiders in this. Also, if you don't live in Australia but you live in the US or just another country outside of Australia, but you really want to watch these season 3C episodes and 3B as well, you do need a VPN. So I am not sponsored by NordVPN, but I do have an affiliate link here as well as in the description and top pinned comment down below with a tutorial on how you can use it so that you can also watch Bluey season 3B and 3C. But something I really want to talk about though, of course, is just the overall message of this episode, and there's a couple of different messages in it.
Why did we stop? There's a leaf bug in the way.
I think that one of the most important ones is the fact that the worth of an animal shouldn't be determined by how beautiful or how cute it is. And we see that with that whole discussion between Bingo and Leela about ladybirds versus ants and whether you should squish them or not.
Bingo, can we squish ants? Well, I don't like them as much as ladybirds, but I still don't think we should squish them.
And then also with Leela saying that, all animals have a mummy and a daddy as well. So I think that's just kind of a really beautiful thing, again, to try and teach children that all life forms, all parts of nature are really important, and we shouldn't try to destroy it. We should try to preserve it and work with it, even though we want to maybe do something and it's in the way. There's always another way to sort of work around it. And that kind of brings up the second really big message in this, and that's that willful ignorance is never the answer.
Bingo, what if we just close our eyes and slide down? What would that do? Well, we wouldn't see if we squished any bugs. I'm not sure about that. Should we just try it?
So just by closing your eyes, that doesn't solve the problem. It doesn't take the problem actually away. You're just trying to be ignorant of the problem and hoping that it'll just magically not be there and you'll be fine and it's not going to affect you. So I really liked they tried to show that, like, even if you close your eyes, that's not going to be the answer. You'll still have a problem even if you do that. And then of course the message about just having empathy and how having empathy towards others can lead to everyone feeling lucky in the end.
I think we're unlucky, and it's the bugs that are lucky. That's lucky.
So of course with the girls having empathy towards the bugs, trying to save them, in particular of course the caterpillar, shows that then the caterpillar was able to go through its full life cycle, become a beautiful butterfly, and come back into their lives and made them feel really lucky again as well. So really just pushing that message that if you are kind to others, and that kindness or happiness can come back to you as well in some form or another. And I really love that message. I think it's not only applicable to bugs, but also of course just to other people around you and your general surroundings. If you have empathy towards others and an understanding, you're more likely to live a happier life. Everyone's able to coexist a lot better and have a better understanding of each other. And I won't lie, I kind of wish that this almost came out after the episode Exercise instead of all the way after this, because I think it would have fit in really well with that idea of having empathy towards different people's situations. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I am glad, however, that this is not the last episode of these 9 episodes, because yes, whilst it was a beautiful episode, it definitely wasn't as strong, I think, as some other episodes. So for me personally, I'd probably give this one maybe like just a 4 out of 5. The music was really beautiful. It reminded me a lot of like Poor Little Bug on the Wall. And I loved seeing like the bugs reoccur again, and Leela and Bingo's friendship was just so beautiful. Yeah, 4 out of 5 long dogs for me. Let me know in that comment section down below how many long dogs you would give this episode. Of course, we do have one more episode.
Wait, what?
And that is the episode Cricket, which will be coming out next week. Now, initially, of course, this was not meant to come out, but I'm thinking maybe it is because Disney already released it in India. We don't know if that was on purpose or by accident, but either way, we are getting Cricket next week, which is a Rusty-centric episode where we will get to see his little sister, and then we can also see in the background as well his mum, and I do know that his dad's meant to be in it as well, so I'm super excited for that. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button and that bell for notifications so you know when we're going to be doing our live stream for it and when those videos for it drop. I do have a few other videos in the works as well. Also, if you don't live in Australia but you really want to watch these episodes, I'm going to show you how to do that now. So all you need to do is type in how to watch Bluey season 3 and you will see my video pop up straight away with, of course, Brandy and Chili on it. And then I will show you how to get the link for NordVPN, so you can see it either in the description box of any of my videos. I'll say nordvpn.com/Margie, or if you go to my pinned comment, then you can also see the Nord link there, as well as this tutorial video. It'll then open you up to the Nord website where you can either get a deal for a discount on a yearly price, or you can also do the 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can try it out for 30 days, and if you don't like it, then you don't have to pay anything for it. You can also see here why I choose NordVPN to watch Bluey on, because compared to all the other services, it's just so much better, and it's so much more consistent as well. I never have any issues with watching anything on Netflix or Australia ABC iView too. There's different pricing plans as well for 2 years, 1 year. I show you how to activate your account, how to download it as well, and then how to go from being in America to then switching your location to being in Australia as well. You have to go through a login process quickly, and then you'll see that it pops up showing your location is in Australia. Once you've done that, then we get on to the second part where you then have to go over to the Australia ABC iView website and then create your own login there. Once, of course, that your location is in Australia. Once you've created your login, then you create your own little profile, and then you can click on your profile to start watching some of the amazing Australian content that we have on ABC iView, which is our free streaming service in Australia. To get to Bluey, you go to ABC Kids, and then, of course, it's the #1 thing there. You click on it, and then you can either see the latest episodes, or you can look through all different episodes from season 1, 2, and 3 as well. This also includes teasing, which isn't on Disney+, so you can also use this VPN to watch that, as well as Dad Baby, another episode that is not on Disney+. But until they come out, I've picked you cheeky dogs out a few other videos that maybe you would like to watch, and I will see you all in another video. Mwah! Bye!